closed tight. Lord, what a stench! This wretch reeks of alcohol. Taking into account his state, he has also been dosed with a good amount of some soporific. I must be careful to avoid attention. I should find a way to get rid of the nurses so I may quietly move about this floor and speak with the patients. These levers are peculiar. Now it can't be used for anything. I have no time. I should find a way to get rid of the nurses so I may quietly move about this floor and speak with the patients. These levers are peculiar. Now it can't be used for anything. I have no reason to go there. Water.
Who are you? You are not the nurse. Give them to me. I beg you.
What do you need?
Small pink crystals, please. In the laboratory.
Here it is, my friend. You must tell me where.
Make the male nurse leave, and I will tell you anything you want.
All right. Where is the key to the aviary?
The mad girl. Bring her doll to her. She knows.
I should find a way to get rid of the nurses so I may quietly move about this floor and speak with the patients. Look who is here to see you, miss.
Heidi! Heidi! You are here! The bad men took you away, but you came back.
Heidi told me she wanted to come back to you. She also told me that you know how to free the kind birds from their cage.
Bad men took Heidi away. They said I was a bad girl because I cut off the head of that nasty brute. But he started it. He was bad first.
He did terrible things, this bad man?
Oh, yes. He came in the night for us. He took Heidi and I to his room, near the birds. And he was very, very nasty with me. He had the key to the birds' house and said if I wasn't a good girl, he would send them away. I didn't like that, because Heidi loves the birds.
So, my child, the key to the birdhouse is upstairs in his room?
Yes, it's there. Now the lady lives there, but I am not allowed to see the birds anymore.
Thank you very much.
What is that, Heidi? Oh, you want to thank the gentleman. And you have a present for him. What a sweet girl you are. Oh, I agree. Heidi wants to thank you and says to tell you a secret. When I cut the bad man's head, she didn't want him to ever come back, so she hid the key in her belly.
We are in your debt, young lady, and our humble thanks to you, Heidi.
Heidi, child of the mountains.
Closed tight. Closed tight. Fraulein Muller does not seem particularly gifted. Truly, art in the blood can take the strangest forms. Macrame, a healthy occupation for modern women, by Kalipigi Mubala Smith Papadopoulos. And look at this, it is a signed edition. This splendid macrame design is protecting the bottle. Fraulein Muller does not seem particularly gifted. Truly, art in the blood can take the strangest forms. This must be the key to the aviary. A lovely piece. I must say it's the highlight of this exhibition, but I dare say it shall prove useful. Macrame, a healthy occupation for modern women, by Kalipigi Mubala Smith Papadopoulos. And look at this, it is a signed edition. Fraulein Muller does not seem particularly gifted. Truly, art in the blood can take the strangest forms.
The door to the birdcage is open! Help us!
The birds have escaped! Quick! Catch them! Catch them!
Thanks to the panic, all the nurses will be elsewhere, as Bauer would say. While the guards are busy trying to catch the birds, I should use the opportunity to search the rest of the asylum. It is necessary to get this dragon to leave, so I can freely examine the kitchen. Perhaps if I can create smoke, she will go into a panic and leave, thinking there's a fire. Attention! Reconstruction and installation of water pipe. Dangerous. Do not enter. We shall definitely enter. Impossible. This lock is too complex for this tool. Impossible. This lock is too complex for this tool. This is meant to be used by two people, and here I am alone. What should be done? I have to create a system to use this lever in distance. The only solution is to find a method allowing me to lower this external lever when I am between the two gates. I need something. Now it can't be used for anything. Impossible. I need something. I cannot do this. Impossible. These levers are well oiled. The only solution is to find a method allowing me to lower this external lever when I am between the two gates. Now it can't be used for anything. The only solution is to find a method allowing me to lower this external lever when I am between the two gates. Water. Water. Here is the bottle with adequate water. I must calculate its capacity as accurately as possible if my smoking apparatus is to work. Here is the bottle with adequate water. I must calculate its capacity as accurately as possible if my smoking apparatus is to work. I cannot do this. Now it can't be used for anything. Impossible. I cannot do this. Impossible. Here is the bottle with adequate water. I must calculate its capacity as accurately as possible if my smoking apparatus is to work. Following the unintentional fire caused by uninspired staff members, I made the decision to forbid access to the kitchen and dining room to all staff other than Frau Mayer and myself. It is necessary to get this dragon to leave so I can freely examine the kitchen. Perhaps if I can create smoke, she will go into a panic and leave, thinking there's a fire. Water. Here is the bottle with adequate water. I must calculate its capacity as accurately as possible if my smoking apparatus is to work. I have no reason to go there. I have no reason to go there. Potash, the perfect ingredient for creating smoke. Here is the bottle with adequate water. I must calculate its capacity as accurately as possible if my smoking apparatus is to work. I can't do this. Here now, I must take care to measure the precise dose. And there, it is done. A scale. This won't be of any use to me. Here is the bottle with adequate water. I must calculate its capacity as accurately as possible if my smoking apparatus is to work. Now I know the exact capacity of the bottle. A scale. This won't be of any use to me. A scale. This won't be of any use to me. My smoking device is ready. I must say, a room filled with smoke shall be difficult to examine, but there is no other way. A truss for roast beef. I cannot do this. The only solution is to find a method allowing me to lower this external lever when I am between the two gates. I need something. Impossible. I need something. Fraulein Muller does not seem particularly gifted. Fraulein Muller does not seem particularly gifted. This lock is too complex for this tool. This lock is too complex for this tool. This is meant to be used by 2 people, and here I am alone. What should be done? I need something. I cannot do this. I need something. Impossible. I need something. I need something. I need something. These levers are well oiled. The only solution is to find a method allowing me to lower this external lever when I am between the 2 gates. I need something. This is meant to be used by 2 people, and here I am alone. What should be done? And there, it is done.
Three times 3 is 9. 2 times 5 is 10.
Pardon me, sir. Could I trouble you for some information?
Nasty, nasty cheat. I shall say nothing to you. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8 is 24. I shall speak only to Professor Schwartz. He understands that I have learned all my lessons. 3 times 9 is 27.
Apparently he will speak only with this professor. Perhaps the medical files on this man Wolf will be helpful. This door is quite solidly built, but the lock is rudimentary. Never again will I go out on a case without a small spoon at my side, though likely Watson would envy me this valuable implement. My God, there is a body inside. I am glad I spared Watson this horror. This place conceals deeds far more sinister than the mere traffic in dangerous goods. These are the tools of a butcher. The sawdust on this soil was recently disturbed. Someone was searching for something here. The sawdust on this soil was recently disturbed. Someone was searching for something here. My God, there is a body inside. I am glad I spared Watson this horror. This place conceals deeds far more sinister than the mere traffic in dangerous goods. The sawdust on this soil was recently disturbed. Someone was searching for something here. This well must empty directly into an underground river. My God, there is a body inside. I'm glad I spared Watson this horror. This place conceals deeds far more sinister than the mere traffic in dangerous goods. Closed tight. Closed tight. Closed tight. Closed tight. The sawdust on this soil was recently disturbed. Someone was searching for something. Who could have forgotten this? Closed tight. The Worship of Ghouls by Count d'Erlette. I do not think this book would give the reader pleasant dreams if reserved for bedtime reading. I don't know what this Gygax studied, but judging by his office and what I saw before, he is more dangerous than any of his patients. There's a small label that says classroom. A cable from New Orleans sent in the last few weeks. If the shipment of these goods from New Orleans relies upon a transfer of funds from Europe, it is possible the actual exchange won't take place for a few weeks. There may still be time to intervene. Closed tight. Closed tight. Closed tight. Closed tight. This man seems to suffer from every possible mental affliction. Judging by the date of his admission, he must be one of the oldest patients here. The former hospital director researched his case and mentions Wolf's professor. Apparently, he was the only person of influence with the poor fellow. There is even a portrait of the late professor included in with the reports. So this is Professor Schwartz. I need a name to continue my research. I can pick this lock. This lock is too complex for this tool. I can pick this lock. I can pick this lock. I can pick this lock. Closed tight. Unbelievable. These letters are from various Swiss banks and show that the doctor made several sales of precious stones over these last months, and each time for higher profit. He must have access to a real treasure. I see numerous transfers were made to an account holder in the Bank of London and another in a bank here in New Orleans. I must take note of these transactions. Hold on, there is an oily stain on this letter. It smells of iodine. Interesting. God! The faint signs remaining on this blackboard are in phonetics. It appears that people were forced to recite some text with no real understanding of its meaning. It's a pity that the text was erased. I feel great pity for the patients who must have been tied to this machine. What's this? A battery with a crank starter. No doubt used to stimulate his patients. A notebook detailing the experiments conducted by Mr. Gyjax. These birds are from the aviary. They served a purpose beyond mere decoration. I need a name to continue my research. I believe I'm close to finding what I need. Do you know this man downstairs, the one perpetually reciting his multiplication tables?
Yes, he is Wolf, but you will get nothing from him. He will only speak with one man, this Professor Schwartz, but I believe he died a long time ago.
Perhaps the medical files on this man Wolf will be helpful. Impossible. Impossible. It must be used to punish insolent pupils. Slightly excessive. Who is this anonymous patient? Perhaps there is a file on him, as with the other patients. This should prove useful. And now time to become the good Professor Schwartz and pay a visit to Wolf.
Two times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 8 is... Oh, what is it? Oh, yes, 24. 5 times 5 is 25.
Apparently he will only speak with one particular person.
Two times 6...
Apparently he will only speak with one... Ah, here's the file I was seeking. It can only be our mysterious patient. What a strange character. I need a name to continue my research.
So, Wolf, I see you have mastered your lesson. Splendid.
Professor Schwartz?
I congratulate you, Wolf. I cannot say the same about your other classmates. I am most unhappy with their behavior, because it seems they have been cheating.
Professor Schwartz, you saw them, didn't you? I know my lessons. I always work so hard, and the others, they crib from me.
I know, my boy, I know. But their leader, he is a doctor, isn't he?
Yes, Professor, yes. He is the most vile member of the group. Sometimes he tries to keep me from my lessons. He says he will treat me like the others who don't speak like us and who scream so very loud when he punishes them. But I keep to my lessons and recite my tables all the day. He can't stop me.
That's good, my boy. You have made me proud. Now, I need your help. Where do they meet? I must find them and make sure they get the punishment they so rightly deserve.
They meet over there, but it is well hidden and only the doctor has the code. First, he makes noise with the fire near his office. Afterwards, he makes noise with the fire in front of me. And then he makes noise behind me. You will see he does not know his lessons.
Thank you, Wolf. That's a clever boy. You have earned high marks this term, but for now you must try to recite your lessons in silence. Since I am the professor, I know and see everything. There is never a need to shout.
As you say, Professor Schwartz.
I don't need it anymore.
2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 8 is 24.
It works. Simplicity itself. The sawdust on this soil was recently disturbed. Someone... My apologies, but I do not understand what you are trying to say. If I may introduce myself, I am...
Who you are means nothing. All that matters is your reverence to the One. You came to invoke the great Lord with the speaking, and now I ask you, who am I, you wretched mortal?
This isn't right. Perhaps if I begin again. This isn't right. Perhaps if I begin again. This isn't right. Perhaps if I begin again.
Even your pitiful mind can find enlightenment before serving as food for the servants of chaos.
Where are all those poor souls kidnapped in London? And what about the others who passed through here in their travels?
Your search is in vain. You are nothing to the great Lord. Soon he will heed our call, when those titans will be reassembled for the awakening of their king. The sleeping Lord shall walk the earth. You and your kind will tear your flesh when you learn how your lives insult the great Lord and Master. You will plead for the abyss, as have all those before you who fed the Great One. Those who give their weak flesh to our Lord cry for his return. So shall you. He has lain dreaming, silent, hungry, awaiting his followers. Tremble in awe. Behold, the Great One returns.
He makes so much noise. I better be on my way before he attracts the entire staff. Closed tight. I must be careful to avoid attention. Impossible. Impossible. Closed tight. No challenge here. It is a primitive lock. Any simple metal tool should allow me to force it. Pardon me, sir. I need your help. He does not seem to hear me. Moriarty! Moriarty, my worst enemy and a man who was presumed dead. Who could think this demon could have survived such a great fall at Reichenbach? He seems a shadow of his former self. There is no doubt he has truly lost his memory and therefore cannot be a part of these events.
Find this outsider as quickly as possible and bring him to the treatment room. I shall take care of his memory.
Professor, do you hear that voice? This man who is speaking to two others, a man of great intellect and ability, who is approaching and is even now right behind that door. You know him, Professor. Come now, Professor. You can't have forgotten so easily. Let me remind you, Professor. I am going to reveal his identity. I will tell you his name. You know him well, Professor. He is... Sherlock Holmes.
Stand where you are.
Closed tight. Impossible. At last, the laundry. First of all, I must prepare my Amos disguise.
It is the imposter! He is here!
I'll sort you out, buddy. Come here.
The doctor is not here.
We had internal concerns arise today. Herr Director is engaged with urgent hospital matters and cannot be disturbed.
Very well. We will take this troublesome wretch along with us. Perhaps tomorrow the doctor and I will be able to discuss our other matter. First of all, my friend, you should know that you have been dealing with two famous professionals. Your deceit has failed, and you should know that it is impossible to confound us. Who are you, and why have you come here?
What is your opinion, Watson?
Holmes! But what are you doing here? And you are as white as a sheet. It seems as though you met a ghost.
It's quite possible, Watson. Quite possible.
You should have told me about your plans, Holmes.
Definitely not, Watson. You would have acted in an unnatural manner and done everything to persuade me against my course of action.
You can be sure of that. Good God, Holmes, think of the risk you took.
Indeed, Watson, and I hesitate to reveal my further plans. They are likely to be far more dangerous.
Will you explain?
Even though I know the crux of this affair began in Europe and even perhaps in England, we have no elements indicating the when, the where, and the how. Our only lead would have us travel to a continent not our own, one that is wild and untamed in many ways. I assume that you now know the name of our next destination. You are quite correct, Watson. New Orleans, Louisiana, located in the wilds of America. Our nemesis has a group of his men there, and we must arrive in time to stop them. We must make haste to Le Havre and book ship's passage immediately. I took precautions before our departure from Switzerland, but it is imperative we maintain the utmost secrecy regarding both our true identities and our destination. We are dealing with a cunning and powerful adversary, Watson. Quite powerful.
Do you require assistance, young man?
Ooh.
Ah, yes, young man. As a Mr. Ho, the big detective, it is often necessary to use all of one's little grey cells to solve great mysteries.
Hercule! Hercule! Where are you? Oh, here you are. Naughty boy, come along now.
Madame Poirot, your stop is coming soon. An agent will assist you with your luggage.
As soon as we find a hotel, we shall send for our bags. I took care to leave nothing of value on board. Everything is safe and secure right here. I even have a rough map of the city. As you can see, Holmes, I prepared for every possibility. And here we are in the new world. A whole continent ready to welcome us with open arms. Is this not invigorating, Holmes? Think of the challenge that lies ahead.
Indeed, Watson, but let me remind you that we have few clues and time is not our ally, and countless lives rely upon our success.
You are right, Holmes. Perhaps we should secure some local currency with our bills of exchange. At the present, we have but a few dollars at our disposal.